Hi everyone, my name is Dave Luza and you have reached Luzapalooza. Today I'm going to show you how to play Night at the Zoo. I'm going to start a solo game just until you have seen enough to know how to play the game. That means a solo game is I'm going to set up as if it was a two-player game, and instead of a second player I'm going to have this deck of solo cards be the other player. Now, first off, how to set up this game. It's pretty easy. You choose any 3 animals as long as their difficulty number is at least 6. So the difficulty level is here, the number of moons. So this snake here has a 2, the penguin has 1, and the sloth is the hardest animal at this point, which makes a total of 7 difficulty, which is fine to play with. Now every animal that you randomly choose or you pick is going to move differently, and it's going to change how to score the game, how to play the game. But first let's set up, because we have these 3 animals, then every player needs to randomly take a setup tile, which is right over here. So the snake is the A animal in this case, the penguin is the B animal, and the sloth the C animal. So I'm going to look for those on my board, and I'm going to put all the animals on their spot, and they need to be on the stone, except for the animals that have a binocular symbol on them, because they are already spotted, and that means they are already ready to move. So what's going on in this game? Some animals have left the zoo for whatever reason, and we're not hunting them. We're guiding them back in because they actually have a great life in the zoo. We're not going to get into that. We're helping them get back into the zoo. So right now, as my starting style is saying, that the penguin is the B animal. This one is already discovered, which means it's off of its rock. This snake is off the rock, and this sloth. Now every animal is going to be played in a different way. The snakes, for example, they will, when they get to move back into the zoo, which is represented by this wooden tile. This is a bonus tile, by the way. If you are lucky, then you might be able to get it. It's completely useless, but it looks nice. So that is the entrance of the zoo. And by the way, after placing all the animals on the tile like this, I'm going to flip this over. If animals reach the zoo, I'm actually going to transport them onto that tile. So every animal is going to score and move in a different way. Snakes, if they make it, are worth 10 points, 5 points, and 15 for the sloth. And it has to do with how hard it is to actually get them back. Penguins, they slide as far as they can. Now, very important rule, animals may only move onto tiles that are on your zoo board. So you will be placing tiles here, and right now this is all empty. Which means even if I would have movement, the animals would not move because they have nowhere to move to. So by placing tiles, you actually create room for them to move onto. So penguins, they slide as far as they can, and that might be helpful because this penguin, if I would have 2 tiles here, can move here in one simple go. Now snakes, they move differently. They will move only 1 spot per turn, but they have a difficulty turning. So they will always move onto a tile that is on the board in the direction that they are facing. So that's why I already turned this snake so it's able to go out. The same goes for these 2. Once they are discovered, they will just move in a straight line until they want to turn, in which case they will need 1 complete movement to turn. So it's going to take more steps to get that snake in, which is even worse for the sloths. The sloths tend to fall asleep after every movement. That means this one is discovered once it starts moving. After moving, it falls asleep, and then it needs 1 complete movement to wake up, in which it will move and then fall asleep again. So you're constantly waking up the sloths. Come on, move! Which means they are 15 points if they make it into your zoo. So the goal is put tiles on the board and then get a lot of movement so you can get these animals actually moving. Now, how do you get these tiles? Well, we're going to draft them. There are one more as the amount of players of tiles that are here on display. Now, these tiles will have different symbols and different colors on them. I randomly took these out. Symbols are the arrow, means every arrow is one movement. So this one has 2 movement, which is terrible at the beginning of the game. Then these have food types on them. Now that is going to be handy because at the end of the game, you're going to score points for the amount of different food types that you have collected onto your board, so they are visible at the end of the game. There are 7 different ones. If you make it to have 7 of those, then you're going to score 30 points, which really is a lot of points. So that might keep an eye out of these different food types. Don't bother collecting multiple sets because you're only going to score them once. That is going to be on top of the points that you'll get for getting these animals into the zoo. The animals are hidden. We don't know where they are, except for the ones that have moved off of their rock. They are discovered. So getting some actions that say the binoculars that give you a discover action lets you move one of these animals off of their rock. We're going to get there once I start playing. There are bonus tiles that you can get, which are these pluses that are on the board. Let me show you how this game works. I'm going to draft this fish tile, and before I'm going to place it, let's see what our opponent is doing. He first would love to have taken this tile because it has a 1 here, but instead it will remove this tile. It's going to be important because all the tiles that are left over, there's going to be a majority. The color that is in the majority here is going to give us a free movement action for every animal that is on that terrain type. So if orange would be most plentiful here at the end of the round, then all the animals that are on a orange background, or an orange space, are going to get a free movement if the board allows it, if there's a tile for them to move onto. And before I place this fish tile, I'm actually going to refill the board so we have more information on what will happen next round. Oh, this is this is interesting for sure. I'm going to place this one. One of the goals I have is I'm going to try to get this sloth into the board. It only needs, it's the least amount of steps, I think. So I'm going to put this one here. Now, this tile, we're calling this an action tile. It actually does not have an action on it. It has food on it, which is good for points at the end of the game. But the board gives you bonuses as well. If I would put a orange tile here, I would satisfy the goal, the objective here on this space. I would get a bonus of a movement. I don't need movement right now. I'm going to place this tile right over here. You will find more of these actions on the board. Anytime you place a tile here, you get a movement. Now these, the darker ones, they are linked together, which means you would need to put the same color tile on these tiles. And in this case, you would get 2 movement. Here you would get 2 bonus tiles. I have not talked about bonus tiles yet. Bonus tiles are no action tiles, but they are just colored tiles. They come right over here from this stack, and you can place them as if they were tiles that you have just drafted. At any time during the game, you may also store up to 2 tiles onto your board. If you're not sure yet, I'm definitely certain that the tile that is coming up next is this movement tile. I'm going to store one of these, so I'll show you in a second. If I would put a tile with a discovery symbol on this place, I would get 2 points. If I have 2 of the same color on these, I will score 5 points, so that's points you can get during the game as well. I said I'm going to place this here, and then it's going to be my opponent who is going to draft one of these. First off, he's going to take this tile, and now it's back to me. I'm going to take this red tile, and I'm going to store it. The reason that I'm going to store it is that I don't have 2 movement yet. Well, I could move this sloth 2 spaces, but I'm not ready for that yet. We replenish the board, and it is back to me. No, I don't want this fish because I already have a fish tile, but I actually like to get these other tiles. So you know what I will do? I will take this tile and I will place it right over here. It is a discover symbol. That's the first thing you can do. So I can get the discover action. I'm going to discover any of the animals that we can see on my zoo that are still on a stone. And you know what? I will discover this one. Whoop! Now the place that I'm putting it on actually has an objective. It says if you put a discover tile here, you're going to score 2 points. I could put any other tile on this. I would not score 2 points. But in this case, hey, I will gladly take those 2 points and I will immediately adjust my score right there. That was my turn. What did my opponent do? He said, I would love to take this time. So this one is taken. Whoop, replenishing the board. This game is over before you know it, because we're only playing 3 rounds and each round has 5 of these tiles. So in a solo game, whenever this symbol comes up, it means that we need to shuffle these tiles. So that is what I am doing right now. Whoop. And here we go. And it is their turn and they are going to draft this lettuce tile, which is a shame because maybe would have been good for me. I want orange to move. So I'm going to take this tile. I'm going to place this in a second. This one goes here. I'm going to replenish the board so we can see what is coming up. Ooh, more different food types and some options for maybe a bonus tile or another discovery. I am going to place this one here and I'm going to discover another tile. What am I discovering? A penguin. Hello, buddy. Welcome. And it is back to me for my final turn. So it doesn't matter what I'm going to take now because orange is definitely going to be the next movement, the free movement at the end of the round, because right now there's 2 of them. And even if this is green or red, because orange was the first one out, it means that orange is going to break the tie in its favor. So right now it's looking like orange. So I will, do I collect food or not? I'm going to discover another animal. I'm going to discover this one. This is going to be interesting. I will place this one here and I will discover this snake. I am not done with my turn yet because I will place this tile here, triggering. This is a triggerful game at the moment. I am triggering the 2 bonus tiles, which are going to be, I'm going to take 2 orange tiles. Okay, so I get 2 movement, but I'm going to hold on to those 2 movement until I am done with placing these tiles. I'm going to put this one here, giving me another movement. So I have 3 movement. And then I will place this tile here. Although it's not red, I do not get an extra movement. What I do get is 3 movement. And it's going to be 1, fall asleep, wake up, 3. So that was my move. Now let's see what our opponent is doing. They are removing this tile from the game. And we are going to resolve that bonus movement. Every animal that is on orange is going to move. So what does that look like? First off, this snake is discovered, so it's definitely moving in the direction it's facing. So that means it's moving here. The penguin is moving in any direction I want it to. Well, I want it to go straight, so it will not stop until it reaches the furthest tile out there. So that is this space right over here. So that's good. My sloth is waking up again because it gets a free movement. It's standing up. So there we go. This was the end of the first round, which means we're going to move on. This is going to be removed, and we are going to set up for the next round where my opponent is going to be the first to take the action, and the action is going to be remove this berry. Ooh, we're going to get a lot of movement. That might not be the worst thing out there. So we need to prepare for more movement. I am choosing green. And you know what? I'm not sure how to move yet. I'm going to do this and prepare for the next round. There we go. And it's back to me. I am going to discover, I will take this red tile, and our opponent is removing this one, and we're going to reshuffle these tiles and put the newest one out there. Ooh, lots of green out. There we go. Oop. Where I'm going to place this tile? I'm going to try and get this animal moving. And you know what? Let's discover this sloth right here. I do not get a bonus for placing this tile, but I'm preparing for next round. Should I do more? I need more. I'm not sure yet. What is my opponent doing? They are removing this tile, which is fine by me because I'm going to take this. Because another fish, I already have fish. There's no need for me to take that one. How about preparing the road for my sloth by placing this one here, gaining 2 points because it has a binocular on them, even though I am actually using the bonus tile. So I'm not using the binocular, but because there's a binocular on him, I'm going to score these 2 points. And that is going to be, what bonus tile am I getting? I can see a lot of green in the future, so I will take a green tile. I can store it or I can place it. You know what? Let's prepare a little more. I'm going to put this green tile here, and then I'm going to place this green tile right over here. Putting green on green, getting 3 movement. 3. Oh no, this is a bad idea. Oh, good thing I spotted that. If I would place this tile here, with the penguin moving, it would slide all the way through here, which is completely useless for me. So I need to prepare the penguin first, so it's able to, yeah, to move right to get it aligned to get into the zoo. I needed to prepare the next round. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it could still go either way with either green moving or red at the end of the turn. It's back to me. If I choose green, then at least we know. You know what? Let's take this green tile and place this here. And I'm going to take a bonus tile. And the bonus tile it's also going to be green. I will place it here. Oh, you know what? I will put this here to get 2 bonus points, and then place this here. So once this penguin moves, I know it's going to stop right here, which is going to be very helpful. What is my opponent doing? Removing this tile and placing this. And then the last part of this round is going to be, they get first turn. They will remove this tile. And yeah, there's no doubt all the animals that are on red are going to move. All the animals on red. So this one is definitely moving out here. This one's moving. This one's moving. Okay, this is actually looking good. So I'm not thinking about this sloth. I don't think that sloth is ever going to make it in. So I will put this tile. Oh, come on, 2 bonus points. I'm going to take the 2 bonus points. There. Another 2 bonus. 1, 2. And I'm going to get a bonus tile. And the bonus tile is, I think green is a good idea. I think in the last round we're going to get some extra movement off of that green. The round is over. I could still move this, place these tiles right now, but I don't see an advantage in doing so. So I will not. Every animal that is on red is going to get a bonus movement. So this one is moving here. This is moving here. And this one is sliding through dung, 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 until it is right over there. That was a good move. And we are preparing for the final round. 1, 2, 3 tiles. And no, I don't want red to be the color. And getting some extra movement would actually help me to get a lot of these tiles out. So, poop, my opponent is going to remove this one and then shuffle these. There we go. It's a simple system, the solo game, but it's definitely effective. Okay, what am I doing? I will place this one here because of a couple of reasons. I actually want this to be a different color right now. So I will do this. I will gain 2 points. 1, 2. And I'm going to take an orange tile. The reason is that I really want these points. So I'm placing this here and I will gain 5 points. So that's a lot of points you can get during the game just by placing tiles on their spot. And I am not done yet because I want a lot of movement. How about this? If I place this green tile here, I have 1, 2, 3 green movement. So 1, sleeping. 2, sleeping. Waking up. Oh wait, I also got these 2 movement. So I've got 2 more movement. That's good. So 1, fall asleep and wake up again. It's my goal to get this one in. Okay. Ooh, I have an idea, but we'll get to that. We go here. What is my opponent removing? Removing this one, and I am taking a green tile. Is that so? I think so. Or movement. Ooh, maybe movement like this. How about this? I will put this one here. Let's prepare for the next round so we can see what's coming up. There we go. I'm going to place it here. So I have 3 movement and another 2 points. 3 movement. So first, let's move this one, fall asleep. That's 1. Wake up again. Wake this one up again. And now, well, that's it. That's my 3 movement. And I will place this one here because I need them to get into the zoo. There's still so many steps. Oh, what have I done? I'm not sure. It's back to me. I don't want orange to win the first player because there's just not that much goodness here. So you know what? I will take this one and I will place it here. I'm going to discover an animal. It's going to be this one. Now I'm already certain I'm not able to get this one back into the zoo, but every discovered animal is going to be worth 1 point if it does not make it into the zoo. So at least it's going to score me points. So this one is going here, and I'm going to get a bonus tile. I'm going to choose green because of reasons. I'm going to hold on to this. What is my opponent doing? Removing this tile, and this one goes out here. We're going to reshuffle this and set the board for the next round. Ooh, yes. Oh, I would love it if green was able to be there at the end of the game, because it's going to give me bonus movement on green. And yes, they are removing this one, which means I will place this. How about placing this one on green and moving this? Okay, I think this was a good move. Last tile, which is the last tile of the game. Oh no, that is sad. I really wanted a green to move at the end of the game, but it all depends on what our opponent is going to do. So I'm going to grab this tile, and now we're going to see what they are taking first. They are taking the green tile. That is sad, because that means orange is getting a free movement, and that does nothing for me. I do get 2 movement from this. So, okay, that would actually help a little bit. So how about if I place this tile right over here? I'm going to get 3 movement. So it's going to be 1, 2, moving it right into the direction where I want it to go. And then my third movement, I don't know, it's going to be moving this one in that direction. That was my third movement, but I've told you about the very special rule, the way that you can move everything that is on a specific color without it being the final movement, and that is by discarding a tile of that specific color. So I still had a bonus tile left in my storage. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not going to place it, but I'm going to make everything that is on green move right now. And that's a really good move, because that means this sloth is getting in, falling asleep in the zoo. This one is doing the same. This penguin slides in, this penguin slides in, and this penguin slides in. So I have prepared a maximum final move right here. Now, I am done, but we are not done here, because we can see that orange is in the majority and started out. So that's going to be the tiebreaker for these 2 greens and 2 oranges. So everything on orange is going to get a movement. This one is already in the right direction, and is going to score me points. And that is the end of the game. Now let's go over to the end game scoring. First, let's see, I got points during the game. Actually, I got the maximum amount of points, which is 17 points. So that's where I'm starting off right now. I have 3 penguins in. 5 points each is 15 points, puts me on 32. Then I have 1 snake, that is 10 points, puts me on 42. And then I've got 2 sloths, which is 30 points, which is actually amazing. Puts me on 72, moving over the 50-point marker. So I have these 72 points. Now, do I have some leftover points? Yes. First off, I have all the animals that have been discovered are going to be worth 1 point. So that means this snake is 1 point and this is 1 point. So that's 1, 2. And then this one, the sloth has not moved from its rock. It's just been sleeping there all this time. So that's not going to score me points. The last thing we need to do is look at how many different food types I have and score these points accordingly. I only have a fish. That's the only thing I have. Nothing else. That means I don't even get points for that. It starts at having 2 different types, and I only have this one. I could have done better on this. So no extra points. It does end with me having 72 points. Let's see what the rule book says if you play solo. 72 points means I'm a clever chimp. That's where we are. I think I have covered everything about how to play this game, both solo as in how to actually play this game. There are a couple of bonus things that you want to take care of. I'm going to make a special video about them because of algorithms. So I've got a special on the unicorns. It's going to be a very tiny video, but it's going to show you how the unicorns score and how the different setup tiles work, because there's a little randomizations for that. So look for that. But now I'm going to explain how these butterfly, cheetah, and wolves work. The butterflies, they look amazing and cute. They look like this, and there's actually a whole bowl of extra components for them, because let me take out the unicorns, because every time you take a special bonus action, like I just did in my final round, I discarded a green tile and then every animal that was on a green tile would get some free movement. Now, every time you do that, when you let one of the butterflies move, they get a pollen on their backs. So they have room for these little thingies. It's really nice. And you're going to score points for how many pollen they have. So how many special movements the butterflies would have gotten. So the first gives you 5 points, and from them it's always 2 more points. So moving these butterflies into the zoo by itself is not enough. You really need to have made them move with their special movement. So that is how the butterflies work. Difficulty 3, and yeah, the points is 5, 7, 9, or 11, depending on the amount of pollen on them. The cheetahs, they also use this special move action. If you discard a tile and then they get a special movement, then the cheetahs get a bonus movement because they are that fast. They are 6 points worth for them, and a difficulty of 2. And then the wolves are actually pretty easy to play with. They move in a normal way, but you're going to score more points if you have more wolves. So the idea is that if you play with wolves, try to get them all, because the points will just go up. If you have 1 wolf, it's 7 points, 2 wolves is 16 points, and 3 wolves is 27. So they score more and more and more if you get them into your zoo. So that's these 3 animals. I'm going to make a very short video on the unicorns and on the special bonus tiles that give every player board a little bit of a difference at the beginning of the game. And then I'm going to do one on the 4 animals that are in the expansion box, the latecomers expansion. So there are 4 different animal types in here, and they are lovely to play with. And that means that is how you get one of these bowls with all these different nice wooden animals. So if you want to know more about these, then please check out that video. And hey, why not get everything at the same time? This is the first game in my Get Ready for Essen SPIEL 2026 list. It's going to be a list of games that I think are worth checking out. So now you at least know how to play. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Please, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Dave Luza, and you have reached Luzapalooza.
Luzapalooza, where everybody knows your game.